Trust. How could you trust anyone that if you are consciously awoken? Everybody around you think is normal. The way they are living their life, the way they are thinking, the way they are being. And those that go through a Kundalini activation, you become consciously aware of everything that's really happening around you. And people that hasn't been through that, people that are still stuck in the system, they think that is a normal thinking. How could you trust anybody that's not awoke? You can't trust nobody. You are more stronger with the spirit if you have awakened from the life of individuals that are consciously asleep, and they consider you something that's not right. They consider you as something that is of a darker appearance. You are going to burn in hell for not accepting the Christ, for not accepting this religion, for not getting on your knees and bowing down. Those that are consciously awoken empower themselves. They got off their knees. They standing on their feet. They started to use the skill sets that the human body has. The brain, the heart, the organs. We learned how it functions. We started utilizing it. We started allowing the brain to receive information that's coming from the power of the spirit. And we see things for how they truly are. And these are the ones that are considered dangerous ones. These are the ones that are considered they can do damage to humanity. They can do damage to society. Because these are the ones that can think for themselves. My pops always told me he was a thinker. I never understood what he was talking about until I got older. And I was able to see the gift, the power of the spirit that my father already seen when I was young. The ability to utilize your mind for the right reasons instead of utilizing your mind for the wrong reasons. Instead of utilizing your mind to allow somebody else to play in your mind. To keep you in the condition of fear. Because this is what humanity is right now. You in the condition of being intimidated and feared because you don't know yourself. You don't know the truth of yourself. And everything that it takes to learn the truth of yourself, they are considering it that is something that is evil. So you don't look into that direction or that path. Your own physical body is considered evil if you look to explore your human body. There's certain functions in your human body that can open you up to the spirit realm, so-called spirit realm. That's just another dimension of existence they consider as evil. And why? Because they lose the grip of you in this dimension. You can't control somebody once they are consciously awoken to existence. The truth of existence shall set the humanity free. What does that mean? That means the knowledge that these individuals that have the power of the spirit is expressing. If individuals will study that information instead of consider it as something is wrong, something's crazy, or it's a red flag, because you've been conditioned that way. You've been conditioned to not accept yourself. You've been conditioned to consider yourself as evil. The truth about your soul and the Creator is considered evil because you've been conditioned not to look into that direction. You've been conditioned not to explore your energy centers inside of your body. The very empowerment of your body that's driving it, you've been conditioned not to look into that. You've been conditioned to look outside of yourself to somebody else's information that's been here for hundreds of years. That's the normal of everybody used to, and not accepting their own self, but accepting the everyday society information. Conditioned to think that's right. Conditioned to thinking that this system that you're living in is so thoroughly manipulative that they make you forget about the torture that you were suffering from the 9 to 5, and to get to the weekend where you can do a lot of partying and a lot of watching sports and activities. Those are part of the strategy to keep you contained, to keep you from having an uproar, to keep you from taking back what's rightfully yours. Your consciousness. Your consciousness has been kidnapped. The truth of yourself. And you've been given a clone version of your consciousness, making you thinking that religion or the everyday things that's in society is something that is accurate, is something that is good, that is something that is of the Creator. It's complete opposite. Anything that will not like a human being to empower himself is something that is not accurate, something that is not of light. The human being empowering itself is the light, is the force of nature, is the human being tapping into nature, because nature will find its way, and the human being will find out that everything that they've been dealing with is not of themselves, but it is something that's burying themselves. It is something that is allowing the physical body to become ill, drained of energy, depleted, old age. You can barely move and walk because you rejecting yourself. It's full of poison because you're rejecting yourself. It's contaminated because you are rejecting yourself, and you gave your body away in the pandemic because you are rejecting your own power, your own soul. Those that are awakened did not accept it because we knew the truth of what's really happening in this world. And that's why you're placed here, because people are handing their own power away freely for nothing in return but the same old negative ways of life that we thinking that is normal, that we don't think that is something that is greater. Oh, it's the way it is. That's exactly the type of thinking that they want. That's the way it is, for you to roll over and allow for the system to continue to dominate you, to continue to put you in poison, to continue to pull pandemics after pandemics. If you think that's enough, they just want to see how it will go. They want to see just how conditioned you are away from yourself and your Creator. Just a little bit of information for now to make somebody think. Enjoy the rest of your day.